So we are in the middle of a lockdown, but there are still plenty of drama games and activities that you can do from home. And you don't have to just do these in the lockdown as well. You can do this when it's all over. You can incorporate more people into them. You'll see how I adapt them as we go along. But there's a few warm-ups that we can start with. So you can start by quite one of the basics is chewing a big toffee. Try and make your face as silly as possible. I know it'll be really attractive. Stretch your face muscles, get yourself warmed up, have a little shake. You don't have to dedicate a certain amount of time to this every day. You can do it while you're waiting for your toast to pop on a morning. You can do it while you're waiting for the dog to finish its business when you're taking it on a walk, whatever works for you. And then I'll start off with one that I really, really like. It's one that you do on your own, and all you have to do is count up to 8. But you do it in this way. So 1, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you have to excuse my singing. I'm not a singer, but you also don't have to sing this. If you don't want to sing it, you can just do 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. I sing it in the scale simply because it helps me. And also I quite like singing. And then, once you've gone from 1 to 8, you're doing the scale up and down, you then do it backwards. So you then go 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on and on. And that way is a bit harder, but the more you do it, the better you do get at it. There's plenty more. Have a little Google of warm-ups and drama games. Another one that I'll mention is, it is best done in a group, but it's not just for children, it's not just for adults. If you've got a nice big family that you're isolating with, it's perfect. Even if you've just got one child, you can, or one person you're living with, it doesn't matter. You can play this in whatever way you like. But I'll take you through the basic rules and then you can adapt it however you want to. It's called Buzzy Bees, and you have a games master who doesn't play, but they control it, and then everyone else in the group who's playing, even if it's just one person, needs to walk around the little space. It's getting them moving, getting you active, and need to sing a song. Now, you don't have to sing the song, but it's better if you sing the song. And the song goes like this: Buzzy bees, buzzy bees, buzzy bee bee bee, buzzy bee, buzzy bee, buzzy bee bee bee, buzzy bee, buzzy bee, buzzy bee bee bee, buzzy bee, buzzy bee bee bee. Again, not a singer. So once the song finishes, everyone needs to freeze frame, and the games master will give them a category of something they need to make themselves into. So you can start off with something beginning with B. So you can have all sorts. You could have bear, you could crawl down into a ball, you could banana, whatever you want to do. And it's, again, moving your body, using imagination. If you are playing this with all adults, you can get as cheeky as you want to, it doesn't matter. So everyone will choose, the games master might count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, however long they want them to have this thinking time for. The shorter the better, because you want people to do the first thing that comes into their heads. And then we'll go around the group, or we'll guess, however it works for you. Guess what these people are. It's good to guess rather than have someone tell you straight away. Sometimes it's quite funny because there's only a limit to what you can do with your body, so sometimes the guesses are even funnier than the real answers. You guess what they are, and if you're playing with multiple people, if 2 people have got the same, they're out, or more than 2 people, they are out, they go and sit out. Don't worry about having to do the out thing. These games don't last that long. So the next round, you sing the song again, buzzy bee, buzzy bee, buzzy bee, 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 freeze. And then you can change it up. It doesn't have to be something starting with a letter. You can say something you'd find in the sea. And by this point, people know to try and think a bit more outside of the box. So they might not just do fish. I don't know how we do fish. Maybe hands behind the back. I don't know. You can have octopus. You'll be trying to get as many limbs in it as possible. People might be making a little economic statement and being rubbish in the sea. Who knows? And you go on and on and on. And if you are playing with a larger group and you get down to maybe 2 or 3 people left in the game, what you can do is, if you've got some people left out, you do a final round. So make me a superhero. Let's try superhero poses. and turn their backs, and everyone who's out can then decide who the winner is just by hands up voting. There's lots of other little drama games you can get. So I have got a book, Drama Games. I don't know if it might be backwards in the camera, I'm not too sure. But if you don't have a book, that's absolutely fine. There's plenty on Google. And there's lots in here that you can adapt to however many people you have playing with you, or even ones that you can do yourself, if you don't mind talking to yourself a bit, which I definitely don't mind doing. Another really great one to do is an adaptation on a really, really basic game of sort of spot the difference. So what you can do, and you can play this with as many people as you want to. You can even play it with just the two people. You have a room, say my living room, someone goes out the room, and we make subtle changes. So you can obviously do this on different levels depending on who you're playing with. So if it's children, you might want to do a few more obvious ones, like someone's now got a hat on, or someone's taken their hat off. There's a different channel on the TV. Someone might have even changed their top. Whatever you can do in maybe 30 seconds to a minute of them being out the room, they'll come in, they'll try and guess all the changes. If you're playing with adults, you can make it even trickier. So perhaps someone's put a watch on a different wrist, someone's maybe to put lipstick on, who knows. And that's funny again, because you can make it funny. You can do in jokes if you want to, whatever works for you. And it's getting you thinking, and it's getting you to be creative. The next thing you can do is monologues. So the easiest thing to do on your own when it comes to drama is a monologue, because you're supposed to do it on your own. So what I'd recommend doing is, if you've got a monologue book, that's brilliant. If you've got a play with a monologue in it that you want to do, fantastic. But there's plenty on the internet as well. Even if you have to read it off your phone or your computer screen, it doesn't matter as long as you're finding it. And then what I recommend doing is filming yourself just reading it straight off. So not having learned it, just reading it straight from the book. Keep that recording for yourself. No one else has got to see it. And then work on it. If you can, print it out or pull it out depending on what you've got. Don't deface your books or anything like that, but try and analyse it, annotate it if possible. Try different ways of saying things. Try different accents if you can. Go on YouTube and see if you've got someone else performing it that you can look at the way they do it. Don't copy by any means, but look at a different interpretation of it. The one I've got here is one for young actors, just because I used to teach young actors. That's what I've got. I haven't really got anything for my age. There's plenty of different ones you can do. Try doing one that appeals to you first, and try all this method, and then try one that maybe is something different. So perhaps you've chosen a more contemporary piece, then do a Shakespeare. And then film yourself again once you've got further with it, and look at the differences. And you can watch it back again and think, oh, well, that one I didn't have any emotion, and now I've sort of followed the emotional journey. Another one that you can do is having a look at different plays. So again, if you've got play scripts, this is a bit easier, but there are more online, particularly during the lockdown. I think a lot of organisations have made these things available and free as well. So I've just got, for example, Streetcar Named Desire. And what you can do for a little activity is try and cast some of your favourite plays. And you can cast them with people in your community group or with celebrities. It doesn't matter. So if I'm doing Streetcar Named Desire, it's hard to not think of Marlon Brando as Stanley. You think, oh, who would I think could do that really well? Oh, I think Tom Hardy would be a great Stanley. And you can write these down. And it's a fun little game for yourself, but you're also thinking of characterisation, thinking of who can play what. It is even better when you're doing it with people you know. And you can even approach your group. If you've managed to cast a full play with the people in your group, approach it. Say, I've cast this as a rough idea. What do you think? Another great one to do is open texts. So if you've never heard of open text, it's generally ones that don't have set characters. So I don't know if you can see to make sure that it's on there. It might be backwards, I'm not too sure. But you can see there's no characters there, it's just dashes. This particular one is Attempts on Her Life by Martin Crimp. This is definitely more one for adults, but you can get ones for children, or you could write your own even. And this one is different ways of interpreting the script. So you can practice it with different tones, with different meanings. This works just as well with 20 people doing it as it does with one person doing it, reading this entire play. So it's another way of looking at plays and approaching them. And if you are wanting to get into more of the nitty-gritty of drama and discovering different things, open text is something I really, really recommend. And Attempts on Her Life is one I definitely recommend too. Online courses. The Open University has got some fantastic free courses. There's a whole arts and humanities section. There's one on approaching plays, which is really, really great for people who have been doing plays for a while but have maybe not been getting into some of the more theoretical side of it, and maybe they're interested in doing it. I've done the approaching plays one, and it hasn't got set pieces of work that you have to do. It's got activities that you can take away and do. So, for example, think about the way this piece of script works and analyse it, for example. And you go away, you can do that. This is for your benefit. It doesn't matter if you don't do it, but you do it for your own enjoyment and benefit. Then you go back onto the course, and it's got some other opinions and ideas on it, so you can compare it to what you've written. And there's plenty more. So if you go on the history and the arts, there's a few history ones, but if you like history, do history. There's plenty. So there's even ones about theatres in themselves. There's one about Brighton Pavilion. There's film as well. There's creative writing, classical reading. There's all sorts. I recommend you have a little look through these. And like I say, they are all free. You just make a little account, and some of them have got more interactive questionnaires or exams at the end of it. But again, it's so different to school. And there's also music. There's plenty of introduction into music research and music theory, so definitely see what they are like for you. And it's a really fantastic chance to start writing. So there have been a few celebrities and writers who have done online courses. One that I've been looking at is Daisy Cooper, who plays Kerry in this country. That's it, this country. And she's done some really great ones, step by step, from starting to contacting television companies with your script. So I think someone has put all of those on YouTube, so please have a little look at that, Daisy Cooper. And finally, talk to other people. If you know someone is perhaps a workshop leader or someone who does drama, you can always message them, say to them, oh, I'd really like your opinion on this. Do you mind finding me a great monologue that you think I'd be good at? I am happy for people to contact me during the lockdown. I'll find a way to get my information to you in a safe way, so not everyone's seeing it, but if you want my contact information, I'll find a way of being able to get that for you. And while we're in lockdown, I'm happy to send you scripts, send you ideas, go over scripts that you might have written and give you a bit of feedback. I am by no means going to be teacherish, and if you just want someone to be to give it a second opinion, that's fine. If you don't want me to be too critical, I won't be, because this isn't school. But if you do want someone to really go through it and analyse it and give you some constructive feedback, I am also really, really happy to do that as well. And finally, there are so many productions that people have put on YouTube. There's the bigger ones. There's I think Phantom of the Opera's been on, Curtains Musical's been on. I can recommend Le Navette, which is L-E Navette, N-A-V-E-T-V-E-T-E. It's a theatre company based in Exeter or Plymouth, down south. And they've currently got on The Wizard of Oz and Dick Tracy. And they are putting more on there on YouTube. They're fantastic productions. If there's a production you've always wanted to see, type it into Google, see what comes up. There might be a production on there. It might not be a professional one, but you still get a chance to have a little look at it.